To me, watching this game, every possession by Portland down the stretch seems difficult. Everything is hard. Everything looks so much easier for the Warriors. Why are they so special that way, Legs?
I think when you look at Golden State and you look at the way that they beat you, there are things that they do that are unique unto themselves. And I think it starts for me with the way that they push the ball on makes or misses and the relentless surge up the floor that they get out of Draymond Green. Stop it right here. Now, this ball goes through the net. Draymond Green is 90 feet from the other end. He's basically the last guy up the floor. There is no way after making a shot you should give up something this easy on the other end. But here's what he recognizes. As he starts to push it, he knows there's going to be no help from this guy on the strong side because you're so worried about Klay Thompson. He also understands that somewhere out here, Steph Curry's coming. Why is that important? Because watch C.J. McCollum. He knows that he's got to leak out here, be ready to match up, and that's a big deal because he doesn't get a bump right here on Bell. And it's all set up by the shooting and Draymond Green making an aware decision that if he pushes it down here, he's going to take these two guys with him, and there's going to be nobody here on the weak side for this drop-off. This is unique unto Draymond Green. There is no other four-man in the league that can push the ball up the floor after a made basket. So that's the first thing. The second thing that's unique to this team, it's Steph Curry's motion. He comes up the right side, and his brother does a pretty good job here. Now, Steph's going to head over to this side of the floor. Look at the amount of running he does in this possession. Catches it. Pretty good job. Let's give it up. All right, now what are you going to do, Steph? Let's start over here. Let's circle back to this corner. And just watch this guy move. It's a beautiful thing. Gets all the way down to the corner. Keep moving it, Warriors. Dribble drive. Here's what Steph is aware of. Right now, Damian Lillard is peeking here at this dribble drive penetration. That's all Steph needs to know. As soon as he peeks, he's going to run to the opposite side of the floor where he's going to get a nice little screen here, and he's going to use great footwork to square up. Lillard flies by, one little sidestep, knocks down the three. He crossed the court 4 times on one possession to get a shot. Okay, finally, this is after a missed shot now. And again, Draymond was the last guy up the floor. And he understands if you're going to backpedal in this manner, and he knows he's got a head of steam, he's going to be able to get to the rim. And why is it so important here? Take a look at here. This is Myers Leonard, and this is Kevon Looney. That's who Myers Leonard's supposed to guard, but the fact that Draymond Green pushes it so quickly, Myers Leonard can't switch and get back to Looney. Well, you say, well, why does that matter? Here's why. When Draymond pushes it, you're left with C.J. McCollum trying to block out Looney. So his speed and push up the floor leads to this offensive rebound because Myers Leonard was never able to get back to the paint, identify his man and match up because he's worried about the corner shooter because here comes Draymond Green pushing it right down their throat. So Draymond Green's speed up the floor and the relentlessness, and then Curry's motion. Those are two things that no other team in this league has right now. And in the case of Curry, no team in NBA history has had one of those. But that's what makes him so special. Yeah. And once again, a great second half. Golden State able to utilize those things to erase another deficit and win 3 straight in which they had to come back.
I want to ask you about Steph, but let me just hit you with Draymond Green. Has he ever played better basketball? That's the best series I think I've seen him play.
Well, look, you're talking about a guy that's been in multiple All-Star games, and Steve Kerr said the last game was maybe the best game he's ever seen him play. I'll take it a step further. I think that was the best game any player has played in the playoffs this season, Game 3.
Yeah.
And he came back tonight and basically did it again. There's something that he has found, a renewed confidence in his offense that is critical to this team. And at times when I watched them in the regular season, it was definitely missing. He wasn't a threat anymore to score. And that meant his defender could now be back in the lane, and it made it much more difficult for Durant, Curry, and Thompson. When Draymond Green is pushing it at the rim like this and knocking down those threes that he's going to get 5, 6 a game completely open, when he just adds that element, now you've got a guy that impacts the floor all over and puts his imprint on every facet of the game. That's what he did for the last 2 games, and he's done it all throughout the postseason. Yeah. You may be right. This may be the most consistently great offensive basketball that I've seen Draymond Green play. We know he's always going to defend.
And consistently, that's Steph Curry, 35-plus every single game in the sweep.
Yeah, I mean, the motion, right? So you're back to pre-KD days, the way he's playing. I think he relishes everything kind of focusing on his movement because he loves to play that way. I texted somebody during the game. I said, Steph has that look tonight of a guy that can play 5 games tonight. You know, sometimes you get into such a rhythm as an athlete, you don't breathe hard, ever. That's what Steph looked like tonight. It was effortless for him, and that's what you think about when you think of Steph Curry at his best from his 2 MVP years. They're back to basing everything they do off of his motion and the problems it causes defensively because of communication issues and how far you have to extend. Now, obviously, you're going to add KD, we think, at some point,
Right.
and you make that adjustment and you go back to that X number of possessions where
Yeah.
KD just uses his greatness to get shots off. But, man, it's been fun to watch Steph rewind the clock a little bit here over the course of the last 6 games.
No Durant, no Iguodala, no Boogie.
No problem.
I mean, if they would have all played, you think they would have beaten the Blazers in 3.